Fantasy Football Authority. I don't know if you guys have already seen, but Authority, Instagram link in the description, is teaming up with San Fran Fanatic, and we are going to give you weekly fantasy football advice. So since the off season and the fantasy season has just ended, I'm going to be giving you my fantasy football awards along with my followers' picks. So I don't know if you guys have already seen, but on my Instagram, I posted a survey giving a whole bunch of nominees, and I'm going to be going over those nominees, and they voted for them. So I'm going to give my picks as well as my followers' picks. So let's start off with the worst injury impact award. So there was a lot of injuries this season that affected fantasy football rosters that I was not affected too much, but some of the most severe injuries include David Johnson, Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, Odell Beckham, Deshaun Watson, and Dalvin Cook. Those are just a few out of many. And my personal pick would have obviously been David Johnson, mostly #1 overall selected in most drafts, and got hurt week 1. So that would be my pick. It was also my followers' pick. They got 15 out of the 27 picks for David Johnson. Second was tied Aaron Rodgers and Carson Wentz, and then OBJ, Deshaun Watson, Dalvin Cook all tied for 3. Alright, so next is the Waiver Wire Ad Award. My Waiver Wire Ad Award would go to Carson Wentz, since he lasted really long in the season, and he was productive throughout the whole season, and probably would have been the quarterback 1 if he was healthy throughout the end of the season. But my followers gave it to Deshaun Watson. He had 11 out of the 27 picks. Now let me give you the nominees real quick. Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz, Marvin Jones, Chris Thompson, Robbie Anderson, Nelson Aguilar, Devin Funchess, and Alex Collins. And they picked Deshaun Watson out of all them. Second was Carson Wentz. Third was Marvin Jones. Next is the Bust of the Year award. See, the nominees for this award were Terrell Pryor, Jordy Nelson, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Des Bryant, Marco Murray, Isaiah Crowell, Jay Ajayi, and Matt Ryan. Now, I projected a few of these busts, not all of them. I actually projected Terrell Pryor to do really well season, along with DeMarco Murray, Isaiah Crowell, and Jordy Nelson, Kareem Hunt, Juju Smith-Schuster, Deshaun Watson, Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, and Evan Ingram. Those are the nominees. And the winner by a landslide was Alvin Kamara, who had 20 out of the 27 votes. That would have been my pick too. Next was Kareem Hunt with 4, and then Juju with 2. So Alvin Kamara won by a landslide. He was easily in fantasy MVP consideration, and if the Saints hadn't lost this week, he could have been in consideration for. He probably still is consideration for Rookie of the Year, along with Offensive Rookie of the Year. Next is the Best QB Award. The nominees were Russell Wilson, Carson Wentz, Alex Smith, Tom Brady, and Cam Newton. These were the top 5 quarterbacks this season, and my pick would have gone to Russell Wilson because not only did I have him in my championship lineups, but he was just really consistent after like week 3, and then he went off and was consistent pretty much every single week except maybe 2 weeks he busted for me in the playoffs pretty much. But my followers voted Russell Wilson and Carson Wentz first with 11 votes each. And then Alex Smith and Tom Brady were tied for second with 2, and Cam Newton only had 1. So, next is the Best RB Award. The nominees were Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt, Melvin Gordon, Mark Ingram, LaShawn McCoy, Christian McCaffrey, and Leonard Fournette. I believe these were the top 9 running backs. I believe 9. I honestly can't count. And this was another landslide. Todd Gurley won with 23 out of 27 votes. The other 4 votes went split between Le'Veon Bell and Alvin Kamara. Todd Gurley definitely deserves this award. Not only was he the top RB this season, but I believe he was top overall in all fantasy points, along with heavy MVP consideration in the NFL. Next is the Best Wide Receiver Award. There were, I believe, 11 people in this category. Nominees: Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen, Adam Thielen, Julio Jones, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Jarvis Landry, Larry Fitzgerald, AJ Green, and Michael Thomas. And this was not a landslide, but it was by a bigger majority. Antonio Brown had over 50% of the votes with 14, and then DeAndre Hopkins had 9 votes for second place. So Antonio Brown won that category. Next is the Best Tight End Award. This is our second to last award. The best tight end award, the nominees were Delaney Walker, Kyle Rudolph, Jimmy Graham, Evan Ingram, Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, and Rob Gronkowski. Personally, I would have given this award to Zach Ertz because of his consistency. While Travis Kelce and Rob Gronkowski might have scored more points throughout the season, nobody was as consistent as Zach Ertz. I believe Zach Ertz might have had 1 or 2 weeks where he didn't score 8 points, and I believe one of them he was probably injured. Because I remember he didn't play against the Broncos one week, and he would have had a massive 1 or 2 weeks where he didn't score 8 points, and I believe one of them he was probably injured. Because I remember he didn't play against the Broncos one week, and he would have had a massive week against them, because Broncos are weak against tight ends. But he was super consistent. I had him in my championship lineup, and he was stunning. But my followers, Rob Gronkowski, they voted Rob Gronkowski 8 votes over Zach Ertz for second, and Rob Gronkowski had 15 votes for first. So now our final award is the Fantasy MVP Award. And the nominees were DeAndre Hopkins, Le'Veon Bell, Alex Smith, Russell Wilson, Carson Wentz, Antonio Brown, Alvin Kamara, and Todd Gurley. Now, that's 8 nominees, and 4 of those nominees did not get any votes. And the winner won by 20 votes. I'm sure you guys probably guess who it is. I would have given this to probably either the winner or Russell Wilson, since Russell Wilson was the best quarterback and he was scoring over 20 points consistently week to week. But the winner is Todd Gurley with 22 votes, which is 81% of the votes. Next was Alvin Kamara, Antonio Brown for second. They each had 2 votes, and then Carson Wentz had 1 vote, and everybody else had 0. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to go check out my Instagram. The link will be in the bio. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be posting another video soon of final position rankings for 2017, probably starting with quarterback. So, peace.